mateys, me hearties. Right, welcome to another video. This is the first video for a while. I kept saying I've got to do more videos. I can't think of anything to talk about unless I'm actually out there having a little bit of a go. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a different location today. Got loads to talk about. I brought it all downstairs because the missus is at work. I'm going to have to hide it, especially my new rod. She's going to wonder where I got the money from, see. Anyway, that's another story. Let me just get into it. Obviously, now, like I'm back taxi driving, the reasons why I managed to find the time today is because my taxi's broken down, and that is why I'm off work. So hopefully I can get the video done before the missus gets home, and then Bob's your uncle. Let's get into the video. Yes, welcome back. Right, I'm going to be going over a few lures. Right, get this out of the way first. Right, I remember in the last video I told you, where is she? I told you about the auto walker and like how I lost the auto walker. I snapped it off. Well, anyway, I contacted Mechanical Lures, and they very kindly sent me some over. They sent me this over. They told me, because I asked them, I waited weeks for it. But they sent me one over, the Emil, and now they are available at a place, Cricklewood in the UK. I've also got some other patterns, this is a green smell. Well, that looks a little bit like that. That looks a little bit. I have been saying that. I've been using that all week, that Emil, and I haven't had bugger all on it. And this is another one called the Ghost. That is also, but see that Emil, it's not advertised on the website over here. You have to contact them. I think that's what Gregor said from is it Cyprus, somewhere like that, where they make them. He said that I think you have to contact them and ask them over the phone. I think that's how you get them. Anyway, that's the auto walker out of the way. Good to have it back. I haven't caught bugger on it, but there you go. It's been that kind of week. We've been struggling with conditions. The conditions have been bad, like I've mentioned. Right, the next one, I'm struggling with this one a little bit. I've had a go with it, but it didn't last long. It's the Frosty. Now, the reason why I bought the Frosty is because when I've seen like on the thing of what's your favourite ever, best lure ever, it comes up time and time again. The amount of times that bloody Frosty comes up now, I just can't seem to get it to work properly. Oh, fucking hurt. Now, whether it's because I'm reading a little bit too fast, I haven't really been bugging about. I haven't really buggered about a bit that much, to be honest. You know what I mean? I've just put something else on. I don't want to waste any time. Right, the next lure is this. This is I haven't bought this. Someone sent this down to me, Keith from up north. He sent me that. I've never ever seen that on anywhere. That lure. I don't know what it's called. Obviously it's a kimono too. But what pattern it is? It's a flashing plate by the look of it. It's like the chameleon. Well, chameleon. Let's get in a bit past. I even think the ball bearings have gone rusty inside. Jesus. And the bloody hooks still work, so it's been been the lure that's been doing the damage this week, I tell you. I have to go back old school, it's just the way it goes. Right, next lure, let's have a little look, turn the old box over. Got a few, I was still checking out that window. Anyway, right, now this one, I tried to get a DC9, a white DC9, obviously from someone else's recommendation at one of the little spots. It's quite shallow over the high, the water, it stays quite shallow for a while, so anything too deep a diving is going to get stuck on the bottom. Incidentally, that was where we was using the teasers. Now here it is. It's not a DC9, it's more like a Tackle House Feed Shallow. In fact, a Tackle House 105, it's by Axia. They're only bloody £9. Half good. I just noticed it on Ville's website, and like I say, that is quite like it. And another thing I like about that is the fact that it's only got 2 hooks, because it's a bloody palaver sometimes when all 3 hooks are caught in the fish's mouth. Anyway, that's another one. That's another little, that's the IU, that one. Like, lovely little lure that is. You can't wait to give it a really good going over. Now here's another one, a recommendation from someone else, the Lobster Man, bless him. This was the one that when we, like I said, when we was using them teasers, this is what he was catching. He was getting results with using this. It's an IMA hound something or other, just a little smaller hound glide. Do you know what I mean? Other little lure. Right, what else have I got in there? Oh yeah, and this little D. This was not a recommendation. This is what I heard people were catching on, and it is the Savage Gear pencil. This is a tiny little white one. I haven't had anything, but the thing is, the fishing's been hard anyway. There doesn't seem to be a lot of fish around, or I think we may be fishing at the wrong time. We're fishing the tide, fishing on the ebb, right to low water, but it's been so slow. I think we're getting bored by the time to get low tide, and we're buggering off. Whereas I think we should really try it the other way around and fish the flood, because I think that's what it is. Because where we're fishing, there's loads of life. When you're walking through the dark, and you can see in the ponds, in the bloody rock pools, there's bloody shrimps, bloody great big crabs mincing around. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of life, loads of food for the bass to feed on. Having saying that, this was the lure that everybody else was catching when we were, we had a little bit of going off the surface. This is what they were using, and like I say, I've yet to have a result on it. But that's the lures for today. Right, we're getting to the next thing. Right, next thing on the list is on the shopping list. Is a new bag. I've got a new bag, and it's only a cheapie, but to me it's a bit better. The other bag, this is the Abu Garcia. Well, I don't know what it is. I just someone told me about it, so I tried it. Now I like this. It's easier with the zips. It's easier to. I found I was mucking about trying to get the zips to do up on the other bag. It was doing my head in, and it's split as well. So I thought I'd give this a try. It's got all the pockets. You can get loads of lure. You can get 2 lure boxes in there comfortably, like this size lure box, or you can even get the longer one. But I wouldn't put 2 in there because you're probably going to put pressure on the zips. Do you know what I mean? It fits in, but just snugly. But you can easily get 2 of these side by side. You could easily get another one in the front. Obviously, I've got my soft plastics in here. Only a few soft plastics. I've bloody used hardly any of them this week. Oh yeah, I just seen another lure. I forgot to mention this as well. One of my mates from up north, who constantly, consistently answers the emails when we send out a new email. It's called the Death Adder. It's like a humongous great maggot, doesn't it? That's what he's been having luck on. However, when I tried to get it, you just couldn't get the white one anywhere. And when I mentioned this to Steve Wood, sneaky bollocks, he had some in. I never even knew he had them. So he kindly let me have one. He's a lovely bloke, really. You know what I mean? He, I didn't even know he had them. I mean, I'd never even heard of them before, but apparently they was doing the business. Still hadn't really had a chance to use it. I say I haven't been using soft plastics this week. So that's that. So there's plenty of room. You've got your blimmin', you can put your pliers in this bit in the front. It's still got all the hooks and everything. But I just find it sits really comfortably here as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't get in the way. So that's the bag. Not the greatest explanation, but there you go. That's me all over it. Right, the next thing on the agenda is the braid. Now this braid that I bought is called Monster W8. It's by Sea Night Fishing Line. Sea Night Fishing Line, yeah, Sea Night. Now I can't remember where I got it. It might have been AliExpress actually. Now the reason why I bought this was because I didn't want to spend out a load of money on a decent braid and then end up getting bloody great wind knots, because it was doing my head in a bit. Whether it was because, like I said, the line going over the top of the spool, which seemed to be happening quite a lot, and it was obviously ruining the braid, and then obviously I was getting through the braid. So I thought I'd buy something a bit cheaper and then try and work out what the problem was. However, since I bought the new rod, my new Shimano, here she is, the Lunamis. This rod, light as a feather. The eyes are different. It's just different. It's just, I've not had a single win knot with that rod. It shouldn't be anything to do with the rod. Maybe I'm thinking it bloody well has. Another thing about that rod is like when I said in one of the other videos about the line hooking around the end of the, when you're changing your bloody lures. It's hardly happened with that at all. Whether it's because that rod is a lot stiffer than my Zolts, I don't know whether that's got something to do with it or not. I don't know whether it's the eyes, whether it's the coils, you know, the way it flies off the reel. I don't know what it is. Anyway, that's the you know, what I'd normally bet J braid. I've tried this. It's been pretty good so far. So that's the braid. Right then. So let's get into a little bit of live footage. Not the greatest. Not the greatest film footage in the world. Like I say, it doesn't look like I'll ever get a job at the BBC as a cameraman. I definitely wouldn't. But you know, I actually forget I'm bloody filming the thing. It's only afterwards. What I do is when I get down there, I just turn it on, walk up to where we're fishing. Because 9 times out of 10, if I try and do it out there, it's never films it. Anyway, you know. So that way, I know it's definitely working. Normally I forget the SSD card or the battery's charged or the memory's full or something like that. But this time we managed to get a little bit. I get Stevie to bring his as well so we can just get just a little bit to show. It's only a bit of fun. At the end of the day, you know what it's like catching bloody fish, crikey. But it's nice to see it sometimes, isn't it? And I think a lot of time people, that's a lot, all people who are interested, you know, we go on about lures and things like that. At the end of the day, you know, we want to see what's actually working on the day, don't we? So anyway, let's get into it. I'm in. Yeah. It's only little. I think. Oi, that was Subsurface, mate. Second cast. Oh look, he's fucking having it, I tell you. What? TC12. Fucking did that last time as well, didn't it? Do you remember? As soon as I stuck it on. Maybe Subsurface is the way forward, mate, for now. Any fish is a nice fish when you ain't been catching fuck all, mate. Come to daddy. Oh, he ain't bad. He'll do. Fucking hell, he's black as the ace of spades, mate. Oh, he ain't a bad one, mate. Might have to get a picture of him. Oh mate, it's a bit of a palaver, isn't it? Hang on. Oh. He ain't bad, is he? Something like that. Fucking is, isn't he? Just get your camera, mate. So that was that fish. That was yeah, I was quite pleased with that one, to be honest, because it's been a funny old week, you know. But there hasn't really been many fish around. A couple of times, you know, it's more frustrating when, you know, you're fishing and fishing and fishing, all of a sudden you get one and the bloody thing gets off. I had it 3 times. It happened with me with the bloody chameleon. I said, you know, earlier on when I mentioned the lures, that right in close as well. You know, it had actually, the one time there was a bit of rocks showing. It just so happens it got round it, and that was it. Bang! It kicked a few times. That was quite a good fish. Anyway, the fish, like I say, really hard fighting fish. Anyway, well, Stevie, my mate, Stevie, my fishing buddy, he had been fishing for ages after I'd caught that one. I hadn't caught anything else, and I said, why don't we try moving somewhere else? Bloody blow me down. He moved 10 yards to the other side of me. 2 fish on the trot. First cast straight away on the Duo Realis. Yeah, the lure, the one he got off me. I'll tell you what. Oh, I've got to follow. Yeah. I'm in. It's only a little, I think. Yeah, but I'm in. Good old Realis. Yeah. So it's a good lure, that, mate. It's a good lure, that. Oh, he's not bad, Keith. Not tiny, but he's not massive. No, he's all right. Motor a bit old, didn't Oh, I'm in again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in again. Nice. Yeah, it was. It's coming towards me. It's really light, but it's coming towards me. Yeah, it's little, I think. Oh, I don't know. Putting up a bit of a fight. Right then, so that's basically the end of the video. Now, as I mentioned earlier about some of them lures, I forgot about 2 or 3 of them. It's bloody annoying. Now, the thing is with them, I'm just showing you what I've been buying. I'm not saying that they're the bloody greatest lures. I mean, 9 times out of 10, when the fishing's been that slow, I normally revert back to what things I've used in the past that I knows work. I mean, I'm a sucker for it. If someone says something on Facebook, I've caught 40 fish on this or on that, have a bloody hell, I think, oh Jesus Christ, there's got to be a good reason, and I'll probably go and get it. I've got shitloads of lures that, you know, just collecting, not collecting dust because they're still in boxes, but you know, it's just, and then obviously when that time comes along when there's a good run of fish, then, you know, I'll experiment. As for the Auto Walker, yeah, still a brilliant lure, even though it hasn't really happened this week, but it hasn't really been happening for anything. I think I put the link up earlier. If I didn't, I'll put it on the end anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, you know, and any comments. I tell you what, like I said, I wanted to know if anybody knew why the fish change colour like they do over them, you know, over maybe it's different ground, I don't know what it is. Anyway, see you the next time. Be lucky, be safe, and catch a big one.